Alright, I tried to do this before, but it said my video was too long. It was 17 and a half minutes. I posted one of those yesterday with no problem. So, we're going to redo this video. Real quick, this is on Science Fiction Month. Next 2 weeks left of this month, we'll do science fiction stuff with scientific facts. We're not going to go into real detail with it. It's just going to be an overview. So first of all, warp drive. Put this over real quick. Warp drive, faster than light. Homeworld, spaceship, destination world, you need your distance and your coordinates for it. Warp drive is an engine that powers the spacecraft through warped space. Your theory is bending or warping space-time to bring the destination world closer to you. You create a gravity well below your ship or behind your ship, which pulls your destination world towards you, which makes it look like you're moving when you're just sitting still. When the planet is close enough to you that you're at a relatively safe distance, maybe like a half-hour trip, you cut your warp drive off and you move in on impulse or your regular rocket engines, whatever you're using. The object here is to bend or warp space-time continuum. Bending or warping the space-time continuum is most likely best done by creating a black hole type gravity well beneath or in your spacecraft, pulling the desired location to you, and moving or flying your ship to the planet and cutting the gravity well's existence. That's the safe point I was talking about. Alright, it's relatively simple. Alright, next one, hyperdrive. Same thing, homeworld, spacecraft, distance coordinates to your destination world. The hyperdrive, however, is an engine that powers the spacecraft through hyperspace. The theory here is bending or warping the space-time continuum to pull the planet destination to you while squeezing the space-time continuum behind your spacecraft, pushing you towards your destination. As shown here, it pulls here, pushes here. It means throws you forward. While you're moving towards your planet, you're moving faster than the warp drive. The objective, by generating a funnel on both sides of your spacecraft, you can effectively pull the destination world to you while at the same time pushing your spacecraft toward the destination and cutting the tunnel off at a safe distance from the destination planet, much like the warp drive system. Alright? Plain, simple. You understand it, right? It's pretty simple. Alright, so in the second video, I've already got that done up. I'll post it after I do this video again. We're going to do this really quick. We're going to show you a quick inside view. It's not going to be as detailed as the second one because the second one is smaller. The Star Trek spacecraft that we're using for this warp drive setup is way too many floors to be done in this. So, real quick, your warp engine has to be about 30 feet tall and about 10 feet in diameter. Alright? So, back to the page. Get ready for motion sickness. Your matter generator. They do have these. They use them all the time. Here's your matter injector. This is the top of your warp engine, your dilithium crystal chamber. They do have dilithium crystals. This is the lower half for your antimatter. This is your antimatter injector. This is your antimatter generator. They do have these in existence. They use one, I believe, either in the Midwest or in the East Coast somewhere, but the facility is a mile in diameter to keep the antimatter moving so it doesn't crash into anything matter-wise. They have it in an electromagnetic field, spinning the thing around at like 1,000 miles an hour and completely around the building. Okay, your warp drive sits in the middle, your matter injector on top or below, whichever, and your antimatter on the top or below. Feeds into here. There's a little explosion as it generates behind the dilithium crystal, inside the dilithium crystal chamber. When that explosion happens, the energy is transferred into the dilithium crystal, where it's turned into electromagnetic pulse energy. It's electric plasma, electromagnetic plasma, which powers your warp engines. It goes through the EPS tubes. That's your electromagnetic plasma service conduits. into your warp nacelles, which also collect nitrogen, helium, and hydrogen, and what little bit of oxygen is sparse throughout the area of space, and helps generate the warp fields. Alright? Now your matter-antimatter engine, like I said, is 30 feet tall, so it sits at the highest point, at the largest point of your ship, which is here in the middle of this Enterprise D style ship. Alright? The lithium crystal chamber is where the matter and antimatter streams collide, causing an explosion from the matter being destroyed by the antimatter. The energy of the microwave is then microwave compressed and passed into the crystal generator, generating an electric charge of plasma or EP stream. That's your electromagnetic plasma stream. Alright, this is further compressed with both microwaves and electromagnetic fields as it is pushed into the warp nacelles of the propulsion. Power converters are needed to turn excess EPS into the power for the electronics on board the ship, which means you've only got one power source, the warp engine, the matter-antimatter. That's alright, but if your warp engine goes offline, your power only lasts for so long while your generators die. So that's that. Thing of it is, it's a great deal of information. It's a very powerful setup, and quite frankly, it is fast. It gets you from point A to point B, let's say from Earth to Alpha Centauri, about 6 months travel. Whereas the hyperdrive cuts that down to like 4 hours. I explain it a little bit more in the other video. So that's all for this one. We're going to get this uploaded, and leave your questions, comments, remarks in the comments section. Private message me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Vlad Scythe, SCYTHE. Send me a PM. Let me know you want to friend me. I post the video, then I post that it's posted there, so everybody gets to know. Alright, so have a good day.